Well, here we go. We actually have football cards. Welcome back to another video. I am excited to rip some Chronicles. I actually really love Chronicles. A huge fan of the set. And if you guys have been watching my videos, you probably noticed that I have a Panini football mat, courtesy of Ivan. I watched the breaks on Twitter, but I've never actually ripped open football cards on this channel. So today we are going to change that. I have two blasters of Chronicles Football. Chronicles Football from 20 and 21. So there's Joe Burrow to Justin Herbert, obviously. So hopefully we're going to pull some of those cards. We're going to bust these open. So open some packs, and then we'll take a look at some of the hits under the mag lamp. So this should be exciting. I'm actually a really big fan of the Chronicles set, just because you get so many rookie cards, and I think this one, the Chronicles Football, was the first one where they did the Prism Black in Chronicles. I don't think they really did Prism Black before. I think it was introduced in the Chronicles Football set. So definitely looking forward to those. I think those will be really cool to hit. I don't know if this set has, football has the Essence, which is one of my favorites as well, but let's get into it. So this is the base, these are the base Chronicles cards. They look like we have a Joshua Kelly pink. This is like a, I don't know if you guys can see the material. It's kind of like a matted one. It's a pink. Oh, cool. We got a rated rookie. I think these are clearly Donruss. So we got a rated rookie, clearly Donruss. So that's a pretty cool acetate card, and I'll dive a little deeper into this. I think I might have made a video talking about clear cards and the issues. But we'll dive deeper into that. And then we have Jake Fromm. I'm gonna try to blow through these, because there are a lot of packs here. Or maybe in post-edit, I'll end up editing out some of this boring stuff. Kenneth Murray, we got a pink of Jonathan Taylor. Devin Duvernay, rated rookie. That's pretty cool. And Illuminance. I really love the Luminance cards. They're just full art. This year, they're textured. Some years they're like gloss, some years they're matte, but in the football, it's actually textured, which is pretty cool. And then we got the clearly Donruss rated rookie. I wonder if that's in every single pack, because we've gotten two so far, and we've only ripped open two packs. So that would be interesting. I wonder if that's one in every pack. We have four Chronicles, Chase Claypool, pink, and CD Lamb Legacy. This is a very thick stock card. Very thick. That's pretty cool. Pretty shiny. Legacy, we have Jerry Jeudy. What is this set called? Gridiron Kings. There we go. It's pretty cool. I don't think that's a hit, but yeah, pretty nice looking. Let's move on. So clearly the clearly Donruss cards are not one per pack. We just happen to get lucky. Well, it looks like we got another one. There's Henry Ruggs. Mr. Crash says Lambo. Unfortunate. Chase Young. CD Lamb. Pretty cool. And Antonio Gibson. Yeah, I don't think anyone's really collecting Henry Ruggs anymore. Kind of ruined his life there. Two of these guys. This is Justin Blackman. Oh, a Tua. Clearly Donruss. That's nice. LaVisca Chenault. I think that's worth a sleeve. We'll sleeve this guy up and probably take a look at this card under the mag lamp. Even though Tua is not playing very well, I know that Tua has a lot of collectors, so we'll sleeve him up. And there's one of our hits. We'll set him off this side over there. Tua, right there. So we are about 2 packs left in the first box. so far, besides that 2, I don't think anything serious. Oh, we have a really shiny card. Van Jefferson, Cooper Kupp. Our hit is Justin Herbert. And who's the last guy? Chase Claypool, Gridiron Kings. Justin Herbert. This is a thick stock card. Sorry, let me get this. This is called a Dynagon. I actually am not familiar with this, but that's really cool. Really shiny card, as you guys can see. Pretty cool design. That definitely deserves a sleeve as well. I can't wait to dig into this guy. Take a look at how this looks under the microscope. So there's another hit. That's cool. Put that up there. And our last pack. Come on, last pack mojo. Let's see if we got any last pack mojo. We got Patrick Mahomes up front. Oh, we got another shiny. I think that's another Dynagon. Currently, this is KJ Hamler, Penn State guy. That's cool. Our Dynagon is another Justin Herbert. Okay. I guess, you know, I won't complain about that. Definitely won't complain about another Justin Herbert. So we got 2 of the Dynagons, Justin Herbert, which is interesting. Just move this a little closer to me. I'm sitting on the couch. And we're moving on to the packs from our second blaster box. So let's see what we got there. Ooh, we have a pink Gridiron Kings Antonio Gibson. Okay. Our clearly Donruss is Darrington Evans. I don't know who that is. Okay. And DeAndre Swift is our Luminance. Let me just get all these cards. Reposition them. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Not very organized. Been a bit since I've broken, so not very organized. But this should be a shorter video because there's only 2 blaster boxes. There's not that many cards. Jefferson, 2 Chronicles, another clearly Donruss. This is Jacob Eason, who is probably not going to really stick around in the NFL. Unfortunately, he's been cut and then signed to the practice squad. So definitely not the quarterback of the future in Indianapolis. Would be nice if I could hit a different guy. And so far we haven't seen a Prism Black card yet. Oh, speak of the devil. As soon as I say that we have a Prism Black card in this pack, I can already see it peeking out. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Another Jacob Eason, who we definitely don't want. Who's our Prism Black? Oh, it's Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Okay. And Ladarius Sneed. Okay, this is pretty cool. I really like the design of these. They're like basically Prism cards, except, you know, got the matte black background and no field. So this is actually, it's not a silver or anything, it's just a base, but I just really like the way these look. I guess I'll sleeve this guy up too, just so, because I do want to take a look at some of these, the quality, and compare them to how the Prism cards look. So we'll set Prism Black right there. Hopefully we can pull another Prism Black or 2. It'd be really awesome if I pull a Prism Black up Justin Herbert. That would be really nice. Matt Ryan, Jake Fromm, Sean Alexander. This is Ryan Edwards? Brian Edwards, sorry. I guess he's a wide receiver. And Darnell Mooney. Okay. Nothing too exciting in that pack. Okay, Justin Jefferson, another Jake Fromm. We have an Isaiah Simmons. Clearly Donruss. That's kind of cool. He's a pretty solid player. One of those hybrid do-it-all guys. And we're down to a couple of packs. Let's see if we can pull any more hits. Antonio Gibson, Patrick Mahomes, another is Patrick Queen. James Morgan. I didn't realize that the Jets drafted another rookie quarterback. That's funny. You would think like if you hit the quarterback for the Jets in this sentence, the rookie, that it would be Zach Wilson, but it's not. So there we go. Wait a second, Zach Wilson is not in this class. What am I saying? I'm sorry, guys, mixing it up. Zach Wilson's in the next class. He's not in this year's class. We have another. Oh, looks like a Dyneken. Another Henry Ruggs. Boo. And oh, okay, it's a legacy. Justin Herbert. That's pretty cool. That's a nice looking card. We'll definitely take any Herberts and shiny. That's pretty cool. We'll sleeve that guy up. Definitely we'll take a look at this guy as well. Put that in here, and we're down to the last pack. So here we go. Last pack mojo. Wow, these Prism Black cards are pretty rare. I only pulled one of them. Thought it would pull at least like one or two. Can't really. And another clearly Donruss, A.J. Dillon, Jalen Rager. Wow. So, yeah, pretty interesting break. We only got one Prism Black. I don't know if that's like normal. They're like rare. We pulled a couple Herberts. There were a lot of clearly Donruss cards. I don't know if that's normal or I got lucky. But looking back over all the cards we pulled, I did not pull a single Joe Burrow, which is interesting. And I only pulled one Tua, so I guess you can chalk that up to just random luck, random, bad luck, I guess, if you're a Burrow fan or a Tua fan. I did pull a lot of Jacob Eason cards, which is probably not ideal. But yeah, pretty fun break. I really do dig this set just because there's so much variety. There's so many rookie cards and there's so many different designs. It's just such an interesting set. And also this year, for the Chronicles Football, they added a lot of clearly Donruss cards, which I think are pretty neat. And they also introduced Prism Black cards, which I think are super neat. And I'm not even a huge fan of Prism, but I'm a sucker for any card with like a really solid black design. So I think we're gonna definitely take a look at all of these cards, and I'll probably pick out like a base card as well to take a look at, and we'll be right back. After I snap my fingers, we'll do some post edit action, and then we'll be right back, and the mag lamp will be all set up and ready to go. All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks to the magic of editing. Look like to you with snapping fingers was to me actually quite a bit of time. So let's start with the Tua, clearly Donruss. I really like the look of these cards, but I'm actually not a huge fan. I made a video talking about it, and I never released it, but I will get around to it. This card, as far as these clear Aztec cards goes, is actually one of the better ones I've seen. They usually have ink bleed issues, and if we look at this Tua, I don't see ink bleed issues. So that's like a huge improvement from when they first released these types of cards in Illusions set, in Illusions Basketball, and then they made it into its own set, clearly Donruss. So in terms of the ink bleed issue, I don't see that here, which is a huge improvement, honestly. Unfortunately, it's just really hard to get these cards to be perfect, in my opinion. You see there's like a little just random speck of ink that's trapped there. This part of the card also looks off in terms of the coloring. It should be all silver, and it just looks like part of it's sort of missing. And also, if we look at the centering, you'll see that the left border is quite a bit thicker than the right, so this is probably like a 60-40. Thankfully no ink bleed issues. So this is actually really clean as far as the acetate cards that I've seen. But due to the surface, small surface issues, and the centering, I think if you did submit this, at best you're looking at a 9. I personally would not submit these clear acetate cards, but maybe you just want to get this slab. So I would be really careful with these. They don't tend to be cards that grade well, in my opinion. So there's the Tua. Next, we are moving on to a Luminance. I thought that'd be nice to take a look at one of these base cards. Really cool, sort of like matted finish. I don't know what to call it, but really cool finish on this. This is a really clean card. I didn't really see a surface issue on the front or the back. So this is really cool. Really cool, solid quality here. A soft corner here, which is going to something you're going to see on these cardboard stock cards, unfortunately. This corner looks also a little off. And other than that, the card, I think one other thing I noted was if you look at the frame, the top frame, and this line right here, it sort of looks like it's not just slightly off. It just looks like it's just ever so slightly off. I don't know if I'm crazy, but it just looks like this part, this white here, is just a little bit bigger. So, I mean, most people are probably not going to ding you for that. If you really wanted to grade this card, you could probably expect like a 9, 9.5. But you know, I'm not sure why you would grade a Luminance base card, but who knows? Maybe you're a really huge fan of the set or the player. Next, we are going to move to this Legacy card of Justin Herbert. Really shiny card right off the bat. I'm sure you guys can also see. And one of the things I noted is there's just a tiny bit of, let me see if I can show you, right here, right there. It's like this very tiny bit that just, I don't know, it looks like dust that's just on the cards right there. But if you try to wipe it, obviously it doesn't go anywhere. And I think that's going to be just the reality of having these shiny chromium cards, because they're so shiny that any tiny minor imperfection in the manufacturing process is going to show through, unfortunately. The centering on this card is also a little off. I think it's a little thicker on the left side. On the back, nothing major. You do see very minor print lines. So for example, there's a print line that runs across the card here. Really minor stuff. Another print line that runs across here. Really minor. You're probably not going to get dinged by that. I think most grading services are pretty lenient with print lines in general, but especially print lines that are really faint and on the back of the card. If you submitted this card, I would say you should probably expect, I'd say a 9. That's how I would grade this, just because I personally would be really harsh on the fact that there's this little, like, you know, schmutz here, and I think this edge looks a little rough. Centering is a little off, so I would give this card about a 9. And it's a pretty cool looking card, pretty clean overall, but just some things that really stand out when you take it under a mag lamp. Next card is a Justin Herbert Dynagan. Wow, let's see if the camera can focus based on how shiny this card is. And as usual, really shiny cards. We are going to see small imperfections. So on this card, it's right over here. It looks like dust. It's so small you can barely see it, but right there, it looks like dust, but it's not. You can't wipe that off. Similarly here, right next to the E, you see another little sort of schmutz. So otherwise, very clean card. Just very small surface issues, but otherwise a really clean card. It looks like it's pretty well centered. I don't see any issues with the way it's centered. It looks like it's perfectly centered. Back just has, again, very faint print lines. We can see one that runs right across the helmet. We see one that cuts across this part of the card, really faint, so you're probably not going to get penalized on that. I think if you really did want to submit this card, you can hope for a 9.5. I think it's definitely at least a 9. I think that if someone's lenient, they could give this a 9.5. I don't think this is a 10 personally, just because I don't think it's clean enough to be a 10. But overall, I think it's a pretty nice looking card. I just realized I didn't turn on my secondary lamp, which probably is why this looks so dark. I'm not sure if that helps. Okay. Well, I guess we're almost done with the video, so. Sorry guys, it took a little bit of a break from making videos, so trying to get back in the flow. And we're gonna finish off the review session with the Prism Black card, the only one that I hit. The first thing you will notice that's very obvious is it looks like there's like a piece of hair that's right there. I'm guessing it's not a piece of hair. It just looks like hair. It's most likely a paper fragment or fiber that flew off, and then it landed on here, and then when they press the card with the clear coat, it gets trapped. There's also a print line that runs right into a shoulder pad. You can see it right there. Another thing that I noticed is that the card is off-center, and the easiest way, if you're looking at it just like at a quick glance, it doesn't look that bad, but you can tell that the right border is just a little bit thicker than the left. But what makes it really obvious on this card is if you look at the bottom, due to the way that the frame works, you end up with triangles in either corner. And you can see that the triangle on the bottom right is just so much bigger than the triangle on the bottom left. And the only way that would be is if the card is just, miscut. And then you end up, due to the geometry of the design, you end up with this really big triangle right here and a really tiny triangle on the left. So very clear that the card was miscut. Looks like the edging is a little rough on the top right. They might ding you for that. You're gonna see, the typical print lines. I think I saw a print line, might have been very faint. But other than that, yeah, there's a little print line that runs across right here. Other than that, pretty clean card. It's unfortunately that this card had the surface issues here and it's clearly off-centered. If you did submit this card, and I don't recommend it, you're probably looking at like at best a 9. More likely like an 8.5, just because such obvious issues here. Yeah, so that's it. I think overall, this set was a pretty fun rip. Definitely got a couple of hits. Let me just move the mag lamp aside. Definitely got some cool hits. It's just a really fun rip. I wouldn't expect anything crazy to come out of the Chronicles set, but for guys who are just into collecting, I highly recommend you look into the Chronicles sets, whether it's basketball or football. And they're just really neat designs, a ton of variety, and pretty much like all rookie cards. So there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed the break and review, and I will see you guys for the next video.